Hey guys, before we start, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because what you're about to hear is one of the most unbelievable and heart-touching stories you'll ever come across. It's about a little girl, a biker gang, and a pink backpack that changed everything. Stick with me till the end, because the truth inside that backpack will leave you speechless. The door of Rusty's Roadhouse bar swung open so hard it slammed against the wall. Everyone turned. A tiny girl, maybe 7 years old, stood there, barefoot, trembling, wearing a faded pink dress smudged with dirt. Her hair was tangled, her eyes wide and wet. The place went silent. You could hear only the jukebox humming softly behind the counter. She clutched a small pink backpack to her chest like her life depended on it. "Please," she cried out, her voice shaking, "someone help my mommy." Every biker in the room froze. These were men who'd seen fights, blood, and storms. But none of them had seen this. At the bar sat Jack Steele Morgan, a tall, bearded man in a leather vest, leader of the Iron Serpents Motorcycle Club. His knuckles were scarred, his voice rough, but something about the little girl's tearful plea hit him in a place he hadn't felt in years. He stood slowly. "Easy, sweetheart," he said gently, kneeling down. "Tell me what happened." The girl, whose name was Lila, tried to speak but broke into sobs. "Mommy's in the car, she won't wake up, and the bad man, he's coming back." Every man in that bar exchanged looks. Then, without a word, Steele grabbed his keys. "Ryder, Snake, come with me," he ordered. "Now." They roared out of the parking lot, following the little girl's shaking finger down the dirt road. The air was thick with tension and dust as their bikes thundered toward the woods. A few miles down, they found it, an old blue sedan crashed into a ditch. The windshield was cracked. Inside, a woman lay slumped over the steering wheel, blood trickling down her forehead. Steele's heart tightened. "Call 911, he barked, and Ryder immediately pulled out his phone. Steele reached through the window, checking the woman's pulse. She was alive, barely. Relief swept over him like a wave. He looked at Lila, who was still clutching that pink backpack. "Is this your mom?" he asked. Lila nodded, tears streaking her cheeks. "She said to run if the man came back. She said never let anyone take my bag." Steele looked at her carefully. "What man, Lila?" She shook her head, trembling too hard to answer. The sound of sirens grew in the distance. But before help could arrive, a pair of headlights appeared, fast, too fast. A black pickup truck screeched to a halt behind them. Out stepped a man, tall, thin, wearing a dark jacket and a cruel grin. Well, he sneered, "you found my girl." Steele's eyes narrowed. "Your girl? She ran in terrified of you." The man laughed. "That's because she doesn't understand what's going on. Hand me the bag, and I'll let you walk away." Ryder muttered under his breath, "This ain't right." Steele put a protective arm around Lila. "You're not getting near her." The man's hand moved toward his waistband, but before he could draw anything, Steele's fist slammed into his jaw. The man hit the ground hard, groaning. Snake kicked his weapon away, while Ryder pinned him down. Police arrived seconds later, lights flashing across the trees. The man was cuffed and dragged into the back of the cruiser. The paramedics loaded Lila's mom into an ambulance, alive but unconscious. As the sirens faded into the night, Steele looked down at Lila again. "You're safe now, kid." But she just looked up at him with those big brown eyes and whispered, "You still don't know what's in my backpack." Steele frowned. "What do you mean?" She slowly unzipped it. Inside, wrapped in a towel, was a tiny newborn baby, fast asleep. Everyone froze. "That's my baby brother," Lila said softly. "Mommy said we had to keep him safe. The bad man wanted to take him away." Steele's throat tightened. He'd seen rough days, jail, fights, loss, but this broke him in a way he didn't expect. The next morning, the Iron Serpents gathered outside the hospital. Lila's mother, Grace, was recovering inside. She was pale but alive, thanks to quick help from the bikers. When she woke, she told them everything. The man who attacked them was her ex-husband, a criminal who'd been chasing her ever since she escaped his abuse. When she learned he was coming again, she packed her kids, jumped in the car, and fled, until the crash. Steele sat beside her hospital bed, hat in hand. "You're safe now, Grace. He's not going to touch you or those kids again." Tears rolled down her face. "You saved us." He shook his head. "No. Your little girl did. She had more courage than most men I've ever met." Outside, Lila was sitting on Steele's motorcycle, grinning shyly. The pink backpack was still on her shoulders, though now it held snacks instead of secrets. Steele walked over and smiled. "You like bikes, huh?" She nodded. "They're loud. But they sound brave." He chuckled softly. "Yeah. Kinda like you." From that day on, the Iron Serpents made sure Lila and her family had everything they needed, a new home, safety, and support. Steele even started a small foundation in Lila's name to help kids escaping abuse, Lila's Light. And every year after that, on the anniversary of that night, Lila would visit the bar with her mom and baby brother. The big, tattooed bikers would line up with gifts, laughter, and hugs. But none of them ever forgot the night a little barefoot girl ran into a biker bar with a pink backpack, and changed their hearts forever. So, what was inside that backpack wasn't just a baby, it was hope. Proof that courage can come in the smallest, most unexpected forms. And maybe, just maybe, there's still a little good left in every rough soul. If you felt that too, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because stories like this remind us, heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes, they wear leather. Blackheart Motorcycle.